What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. Y'all are incredible. We're about to pass 300 subscribers on the channel, and it's been amazing. The support from this community has been insane and unreal, so I surely do appreciate everybody that stuck with me this far. Even though I had a little time off there, we are back, and I'm going to start trying to be more consistent. But in today's video, we're going to touch on a topic that I see some people talking about and getting kind of worried about, and that's going to be buying gold and silver before the 2024 election and after the 2024 election. Like, how could it affect the gold and silver price? And because all we got to do is look back at history, and I'll pull something up on the screen here in a second to kind of give you guys an idea of kind of what I'm talking about, the kind of volatility that could take place. But I want to start off by saying, in my opinion, and I'm only speaking for me, when you're buying gold and silver, depending on how you're investing and how you're going about it, the price shouldn't ever really matter unless you're trying to, flip it short term, or, make profits off it, or unless you're a dealer, right? Or unless it's your business and you're trying to buy it and flip it within a short period of time. Other than that, if you're a stacker, collector, such as myself and many of y'all, price doesn't really matter, right? When you have the money and you're ready to put it into silver, yes, you might glance at the price, but nevertheless, you're just going to shop around and see what the lowest price at that time is, and that's where you're going to buy your silver, right? You never wait until silver hits a certain point, because if you do that, you might just be stuck holding cash, right? Silver might never drop back down to that point. So you just got to be very careful when doing that kind of thing, because you don't want to get left behind sitting there waiting for silver to drop to $25, and then you wake up the next day and it's above 30, right? So you got to be careful. And like I said, unless you're a coin dealer or you're trying to, flip silver to make a profit, then price should never really matter, right? Because at the end of the day, you're moving inflated money into something that is sound money, right? So you don't really, in my opinion, price. It's good to see it go up, but nevertheless, it's a store of wealth for me. But anyway, let's get back onto the subject about how the 2024 election could affect the price of gold and silver in the short term. I'm going to pop something up on screen now to kind of give you a glimpse of history to what the gold price did back in 2016 when Donald Trump ran against Hillary Clinton. And you can see that after Trump won, the price fell substantially, right? There was a run up before the election, and then as soon as Trump won, there was a sharp decline. And then soon after that, it was able to stabilize fairly quickly, right? And that's the good thing about gold and silver, is that it's a very mature market. Unlike crypto, or unlike these low cap stocks that are hugely volatile. Like, you can see moves like 20, 30, 40, sometimes even 50% gains or losses in a single day. Most of the time with gold and silver, when you do see these volatile movements, they are able to stabilize very quickly, because one, they're mature and they're a bigger market, and two, they just have more seasoned, smarter investors in that market, right? They know the long-term goal of these precious metals, and they're not out here just trying to, dump them real quick like some people do in crypto, right? So these market, even though these, you might see sharp drops and whatever, it's not going to fall far, and if it does, it's going to stabilize very quickly, and then you're going to kind of see that gradual climb back up. So in my opinion, what I think we could see is, silver has been pretty stagnant here the last couple of months. And when it does move really quickly. But I think we could possibly see, and depending on who wins, right? I think the silver and gold market price could do different things depending on who wins the election. God, we better hope Kamala Harris does not win the election, or we're going to be in some deep shit. But outside of politics, I'm not going to talk about my opinion, because that shit gets me fired up, especially with what's going on. But anyway, I think if Donald Trump wins, we could see something similar to what we saw in 2016 with the gold and silver price. And if Kamala Harris wins, who knows, right? Who knows? Because it's a very unknown. And, we don't really know her policies or outlook on anything. So we don't really know what direction the economy could head in with a Kamala Harris win. So, moral of the story, to wrap everything up, is, if you are a dealer or a seller of precious metals, then I understand you worried about the price and having to squeeze out those tiny margins that y'all have to make. But if you're just a stacker and a collector, just sit back and not even worry about it, man. At the end of the day, just have that long-term mindset. Think long-term. Think about, why you're putting that money into gold and silver in the first place, what got you in it in the first place, and just dollar cost average. That's the magic of dollar cost averaging, is over a long period of time, your average cost is going to be, lower than the spot price. Hopefully, right? Hopefully, unless you get in at the very peak back in the day when it was at like 40 bucks and you're, probably a little bit underwater. But the good thing about dollar cost averaging is, now that the price is lower, if you did buy at that top, if you buy more now, you can get your average cost down, which is the beauty of dollar cost averaging. So kind of wanted to just make this video to, just go over what we could potentially see in the next couple of months, because the election is hot on our tail and it's coming up very soon, and going to be very interested to see how that plays out and what goes on in that. But yeah, man, if you are collecting and stacking silver, just continue to do so. Move that dirty fiat over into something sound and something that will always have value no matter what. And if you're a coin dealer, you got to do your thing. You got to do your thing. But that about wraps it up, guys. Thank y'all for the support. Again, 300 subscribers is a huge milestone. I cannot, thank y'all enough. I respect the hell out of y'all for giving me all the support you have. It's been amazing. So next stop's 500, and we're going to get there with everybody's help. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next one.